Alrighty, y'all. So as you could tell from the title of the video, this is the most stressful hag match I've had probably ever. I would like to call myself a hag main, but as of recently, she's been pretty hard to play because of, the addition of many changes to Survivor's side and the new perks that have been added, like Dramaturgy and Finesse, making her traps basically not do anything. And there's also, the Vidral buff as well. But there's a few other things as well that make Hag not that great to play right now, especially if you go against a good team like I did. These guys were very sweaty. But the thing about Hag right now too is that it's, I don't know if people know about this. Seems like a lot of people don't, but there's actually a tech that survivors can do called the S tech, where you could use the FOV that the trap applies and hold backwards on your stick or hold S, and it essentially makes the traps do nothing. Hag won't get a hit, so you kind of just waste time. Hag is essentially too slow to be able to get the hit, and there's also a bug that Hag has had for quite a bit, which is a momentum loss like bug in a way. Essentially what happens is that when she uses her teleport, basically what ends up happening is that she doesn't get any speed. She essentially teleports and she loses speed for teleporting. So say her normal speed's 4.4. When she teleports, she moves down to a 4.2. I don't know when this bug happened. I think it happened around Unknown's release, I believe, because when they added Unknown, they made it so teleporting for, I think, the majority of killers, slow killers down for some reason. That obviously affected Hag, and Hag is kind of really bad. But yeah, I actually ended up getting a hook earlier, before I was just yapping right there. Right now I'm just kind of setting up traps. But this match was really really bad because there was people that were just going for the traps a lot, and it was pretty hard for me to get pressure. But I'll stop talking here and just show the match and talk about stuff that happens. So I will say one thing: this Rain and the Ellen were probably the best survivors on the team. I should have dropped this Rain a lot more than I did. I did right there, but there's a few times where I think I committed a bit too much. But majority of the times I just dropped this match, and I just couldn't really get him off stuff. But I was using I think this build is kind of bad actually, now that I think about it. This was a stupid test build that I wanted to try out, where basically I just use all the generator block perks. Because at the time I thought this would allow the survivors to just run into my traps and I'd be able to get a lot of pressure. What ended up happening is the actual opposite, and basically the survivors just destroyed all my traps, because when they can't do any gens, you're basically allowing the survivors to not do anything, which means they're just gonna do the only thing they know what to do now, which is just remove my power, essentially, right? So this Laura I hit here, honestly, I'm gonna be real, I think this Laura was probably the anchor of the squad, meaning that she weighed everybody down. Not that great. She's still a good player, not gonna lie, but she's definitely not as good as the Ellen or the Rain. Place trap down here because, she might go back downstairs for that vault over there. It just makes sense. But she didn't. She just kind of held W, which, is an issue that Hag has. A lot of killers have the same issue, though. Pyramid Head is a killer that suffers from survivors holding W. Place here because I feel like they're going to leave. Yeah, Ellen just does vault tech. I think she has finesse as well, so no way I would have been able to get that hit, essentially. I got that one. Someone slowed her down, teleport, but she S-teched there. That's an S-tech that she did, which is why it looked like she was so far away from my trap. It's because she just did S-tech, so there's sadly nothing I can do about that. If Hag was 4.6, I probably would have been able to get her there, but sadly, Hag is too slow, so the S-tech just basically works every time. Unless if you have Rusty Shackles. Rusty Shackles actually it doesn't counter the S-teching, it just sometimes allows players to be caught off guard because they don't see the trap, so they don't know when to actually S-tech. Because S-tech is you have to instantly do it, right? The second the trap triggers, you have to hold S to be able to do it. So if you don't know when the trap is triggered, so Rusty Shackles doesn't tell you when a trap is triggered, survivors aren't really prone to being able to S-Tech as much. I get the hit on this Ellen here. She could have played that better, to be honest, but it is what it is. Not Ellen, Rain. Sorry, my bad. Rain. I have no traps on... Well, actually, I have some traps, but they're not where I want them. I get her down here again, which is pretty good. I forget if this is the hook, but there's a time in this match where I can't hook them. You know, this is not... But yeah, these guys were pretty tough. This was during the Christmas event, by the way, in case if, you couldn't already tell by the snowmen and stuff. But this is an old clip I've had for a while. I just didn't know how to really post the video. Like, I did, but I kind of just, I don't know. I was too lazy, I guess. I don't know. And there's more gen blocks. I go back to basement because they healed, right? So they're going to be up here soon. Get the hit on Tori. The Tori was also really good in this game, by the way, as well. Get a hit on that one. So I have 2 injures here. Normally this would be really good, but these guys are obviously a Swift, so these injures essentially mean nothing to me because they're just going to end up healing anyways. And I'm just going to lose all that pressure, so it doesn't even matter. I end up dropping Ellen because she ran Shack, and I have no traps there. So, yeah. Yeah, I thought one of these was a player, and I was right. And I thought this one was too, but no. I thought 2 of them were just goofing around in the corner of the map, but no. Rain's back here, hit her again. But yeah, this match was extremely long, which normally is what happens when, you play a trap killer. Normally the matches get carried out longer than normal, but because you can't really spread out pressure like, say, with someone that has faster momentum or, more map pressure like Larry or something. That's the thing I always hate, though, is like how when people say like Hag is fair at being 4.4, they say it's because she has momentum and she can teleport around the map. That's just not true in my opinion. I'm sorry, it's just not. If you actually main Hag or play a lot of hours on Hag, you will actually realize that's just not the case. She gets the palace on here, there's nothing I can do. They're taunting me, of course. I forget what happened here. I don't think my game crashed. I think something else happened, like in the real world. I think I dropped my controller or some shit. I don't know, I forget. But this Tori, they're taunting me at Shack. I have no traps. I do place a trap at Vault, I think, and I get one of them. But so I don't know what happened in my recording. Apparently it bugged out or some shit. But so I ended up downing the Tori and hooking the Ellen at Shack. They popped a gen though, sadly. But this is when the end game starts to play a part, and this is when I realized that I'm kind of cooked. I only have a couple hooks. I have a down and a hook, but this is a little bit better because I actually can somewhat play this. So I try to go to gate to push them off of it and place a trap at it because I know they're going to be back here. Obviously, it's a gate that's right next to this hook. I kind of need to trap it. I go back. Tori gets picked up, so I know. Okay, so now there's someone else here. So there's one player on that gate. So I use the trap, hit the Rain. But the Rain is trying to comp corner here, which is not that smart. You don't want to do this against a Hag. The reason why, I can just trap this shit. This is not that smart to do. You're a slug that I can just trap, right? So, essentially, that's what I do. I just kind of camp the slug here. Because I know that they're Swift. They're going to try to get everyone out. They're going to be extremely benevolent. They're not going to actually, just leave. So that's what I do. I trap this area, and I make sure that they can't touch this Rain. So I kind of just proxy camp the slug here for a bit because I know they're going to probably heal and then meet back up. So I just kind of wait around. Now, yeah, I do pick up here, but I don't recall if I carry them back to the corner instead of hooking. Normally this wouldn't be smart with any other killer, but because I'm playing a trap killer, this is a lot more of a smart play. So they go in here, I hit the Ellen, and she goes in for some reason, and not where the Rain is. But I waste a lot of time here. Tori's here too, so I hit her. So I have 3 injures now. or well, a down and 2, I should say. And she's still on the ground, so I noticed that they're trying to flank from the other side of Shack, and there's the Laura right here, so now I have all of them injured. So now they have to make a very hasty play or just wait even longer and reset again, which I know, so I ended up trapping right here so they can't go straight for the gate. And they're healing, so I push them off the heal. This is one of the... I think I lucked out here, so not with that, but with something later. Obviously, I didn't... That was skill play there against the Laura. So Ellen ran straight into me for some reason, I don't know why. So I end up hooking the Ellen because it's a hook right here, why not? I'm not going to slug when you're that close. I have 2 downs and the Tori's injured. So right now I'm thinking, alright, so Tori's going to make something stupid play, it's a crazy play. And it's a crazy play, right? So Laura gets picked up. She goes to this pallet. I do a reverse pallet stun because I know that the Tori's on the other side. And then I down her, right? So that's probably the most skilled play that I did in this entire match. Like, that shit was... I actually got my IQ together there. And then everyone's slugged, so I just go after the Laura because, hey, this is a free 4K. And yes, it is. So I just down her here, and I get that 4K. However, I don't think this match is over quite yet. If I recall correctly, I believe one of them 4%, but I still get it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Because, you know, there's like a 4% guarantee in Dead by Daylight now for some reason. I don't know why. And I know it's like, that's not real. It's not true, but it really does feel like it. And it looks like my game crashed again. So, never mind. My capture's bad. But anyways, that's the leaderboard. So, yeah. They had 2 gel dressings. And it says that Ellen had no perks, which I find kind of weird because I thought she did. But whatever. It doesn't matter.
We await your return, warrior.